city where I'm from and they show love. Yeah, life rough, but I'm blessed that I woke up. New York City with a young
Hey
gotta
guys,
grow
what's going on? It's
up.
Karan, aka Karan Meets World. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that notification button. Alright, let's go. What's going on, everybody? I am back. This video will cover the cost of traveling to the Philippines. This was probably one of my best travel experiences ever. I don't hear too many of my friends or family or just even people, on social media talking about traveling to Southeast Asia and specifically the Philippines. This was an amazing trip and I definitely recommend it. Let's jump right in. We'll start with flights. So round trip flight anywhere from $650 US to $750 US or more. I paid $750. I probably could have paid less if I booked earlier. I booked probably 3 months out, so I could have done better with that. So I booked with Cathay Pacific. So this is a Chinese airline. This is probably the most notable airline, like Asian airline, top notch for sure. I had a great experience on the airline. They treated me very nicely. They were carrying huge plane. You have, obviously the first class seats with, the little lay flat beds. Then you have business class with also nice seats. Then you have premium economy and then economy. So you're talking like three on the left, 4 in the middle, 3 on the right. So you have 10 in a row. I've never personally been on a plane that big before. Keep in mind, this is like a 16 hour flight from New York. So I definitely, luckily I had a seat with extra leg room to help me out for that long flight. Now, once you're there, all flights stop in Manila. And actually, we flew from New York to Hong Kong to Manila. So we were actually scheduled to stay in Hong Kong for a few days, but last November 2019, Hong Kong and mainland China had their, political issues going on, so it was unsafe to fly there and stay. So I actually had to change flight fee of $250 US. So my cost of round trip went up because of that reason. Definitely book early. Definitely recommend Cathay Pacific. Great food, great staff, all around great experience. Now, once you're actually in the Philippines, every flight, like I said, stops in Manila. Now, if you want to go from Manila to one of the smaller islands, Cebu, Siargao, El Nido, it's very cheap. It's about $70 to fly in between, the little islands. Now, flying back from Siargao to Manila from my return flight home, that was about $90. But for the most part, extremely cheap to fly between the little islands. Alright, so transportation while you're actually in the Philippines. So obviously in the US we have Uber. Uber's worldwide. In the Philippines they have what's called Grab. It's the equivalent of Uber. Super cheap, definitely a lot cheaper than any Uber I've ever taken before. You're talking $5, $10, $15 trips, at most $30 trips, but I was with 2 friends, so we're splitting all of those costs. And we were going all over Manila. Grab works in Manila, Cebu as well. Now, some of the smaller islands like Siargao or El Nido, they have what's called trikes. So it's like motorcycles with little sidecars attached to them. So you're talking 150 pesos, 200 pesos at most. Talking $3-4, and they're taking you all over the island. Or you can rent a scooter. So those scooters cost about, I believe, 300 pesos per day, 400 pesos per day. So you're talking like $6 to $8 per day. Then you have to buy gas. So super inexpensive. Scooters definitely recommended for the smaller islands. Manila, Cebu, I'd probably, use Grab, use a trike, or something like that. Like I probably wouldn't scoot around, but you can. That's definitely an option. Alright, now when we're talking about food, the Philippines has some of the best food I've ever tasted. If you want a solid meal, authentic Filipino food, Manam is definitely an awesome spot. It's a chain, but you get good quality, authentic Filipino food. 3 to 500 pesos. That's around $6 to $10 US per person, and you get good quality food. And there's tons of restaurants like Manam out there in Manila, Cebu, and the other places. Now, if you're going for a low-cost budget, they have Jollibee, which is equivalent to McDonald's here in America. Jollibee, burgers, fries, nuggets, fried chicken. Their signature dish is actually spaghetti and fried chicken. It's an interesting combo, but it's a popular combo out there. I tried it. It's not half bad. So you're talking 100 to 200 pesos max. So you're talking, what is that, $4 US. All right. At bars, local beer costs, you're talking 50 to 65 pesos. Red Horse and San Miguel, those are the two Filipino beers, and they're pretty good. Now, when you're talking imported, I think there's 100% tax or 150% tax on imported. Miller Lite, Corona, whatever your choice is. Tipping is not required at bars, restaurants, even back to your transportation. Tipping is not required, but you're a foreigner, so sometimes they expect it. At first, we were tipping $2 to $3, and we realized we were tipping way too much, so we started tipping just $1 or 50 pesos extra. Super appreciative. They were thankful, and it felt good. The excursions in the Philippines, some of the best out there. So one excursion I definitely recommend. It's located on Cebu City. Drive south to Aslao. Swimming with whale sharks. Whale sharks are absolutely harmless. Go snorkeling with them. Great experience. So our package was about $40 US or 2,000 pesos. We had a driver pick us up from our Airbnb at 6 a.m. Drove a couple hours down south. Breakfast was included, lunch was included, and swimming with the whale sharks was included. After that, we went to Kawasan Falls. That's an amazing place for you to take pictures, jump off, rocks, some of the water. It's some of the bluest water I've ever seen. It's really pretty, really beautiful there. Definitely recommend it. You can get lunch up there. It's really a great place for photos, Instagram, YouTube, whatever you're into. And another thing you can add on to that is canyoneering trail. So you're talking zip lines, you're talking multiple jumps off cliffs, 40 feet, 50 feet, 30 feet. You swim through some pretty cool underwater caves, or not underwater, but you swim through some pretty cool caves. And that costs you 1,500 pesos or $30 US. I was actually sick this day. I couldn't participate. I just, I was feeling ill, so I had to get better for the rest of the trip. So definitely recommend. My friends did it, loved it. I saw the pictures and videos. Absolutely amazing. When I go back, because I'm definitely going back to the Philippines, that'll be something to do for sure. In Siargao, there's tons of excursions to do. You have the lagoons, the rock pools. I didn't get to do that. I did do island hopping though, so that was about $40 US or 2,000 pesos through Bravo Resort. So we went to Bravo. They took us to 3 different islands. Alcohol was included. Lunch was included. They caught the fish that day. Fish, rice, chicken adobo. What else? They had fruit, kebabs, all sorts of stuff. It was amazing. Oh, pancit, the noodles, the Filipino noodles. It was absolutely amazing. Definitely recommend it. And then there's obviously a bunch of free things that you can do there. In Siargao and Cebu and in Manila, a lot of religious places you can go to. You can go to the old malls out there. That's pretty cool to see how those are set up. So definitely recommend some of these excursions. Maybe I'll put in my link on YouTube. Some of the other stuff that I didn't get to do that was definitely on the list. So you can go surfing in Siargao at Cloud 9. That's something you should definitely check out as well. Let's talk about accommodations. So for the most part, we stayed in Airbnbs. Manila, $70 a night. Cebu, $45 a night. Siargao, $60 a night. So these were by far cheaper than the hotels in the area. The hotels were easily like $90 a night to like $130, $140 a night, even $150, $60, depending on where you were staying. Manila, Cebu, we were staying in like condo buildings, apartment buildings. So there's security, in front of you can't get in without like having ID or, like a room key or something there. So there's security, like 24/7 there's security in most places, any hotel, any like condo, residential building, and even like 7-Elevens, McDonald's, like there's security out front. So you feel pretty safe. You feel more comfortable in a hotel, go for it. Like if you book early enough, I'm sure those prices will come down to maybe like the Airbnb prices. But like I said, I booked these a little later, so it is what it is. But pretty cheap as far as hotel, food, excursions, transportation. Like all in all, the Philippines was an amazing trip, super cheap trip. I really didn't take out that much money. Obviously right now the coronavirus is impacting everyone's travel. Hopefully by the end of the year we can all get back to normal and have fun. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that notification